So don't go wasted.
I would say let's focus on this movie.
That's on
Mhm.
the internet.
Maybe. All right. Hello. Welcome to Wages of Sins, 31 Days of Horror, 2017. I'm Eric Miller, again with the lovely Clarissa Chavez.
Yes, ma'am. Sir.
What did we watch this time around?
We watched the remake of It.
And I actually reviewed this movie
You did.
2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a great movie. Well, bad way to start off the review. So, that's fine. I would say let's focus on this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can mention the previous one, but because these are kind of two, same movie, but different, obviously.
Yes.
The original was a made-for-TV two-part show back in the 80s, I think 1990 maybe. And this is obviously 2017 version. So, what did you think?
Okay, can I just say one thing?
You can say many things.
Teeny tiny little thing. So, you did review the original made-for-TV movie.
I did.
A couple of years ago.
I did.
I have an issue with that because you said it was a good movie. I don't think it was a good movie. So anybody that says that they're scared of the original 1990s It movie hasn't watched it since they were 5.
I think I'm having a heart attack.
And I absolutely disagree with your review. It was not good. So here's my...
When did you watch the original? How old were you? How about that?
Like the first time or the last time?
The very first time you watched the original It two-part show on TV. How old were you?
Yeah, I was probably 8, 10, 11.
And
I was probably super young. And I remember I was scared. Sure.
Okay.
When you watch a movie like that, you're scared. But now that we're all grown adults...
Oh, yeah. Obviously, you watch it now, you're like...
It's a horrible movie.
It's aged. Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong or you're right. I'm just saying you're right. It's an old movie. It's actually 27 years old, which is the time that it sleeps and then comes back to feed.
Oh my God!
Marketing
did they do it on purpose?
Yes. Duh.
Whoa! Did
Wow, you just
not
figured it out?
put that together.
Put a big X over her face now, if you will. What was I going to say? I will say I learned something.
My opinion.
I learned something. I learned that Claire has very soft hands because for about 70% of this movie, she had a death grip on my right hand, holding it like this. And I have a picture. The picture will appear in this review. Trust me.
So
yes. So okay,
we can get back to the present.
Sorry.
Yes. So I have seen the original movie.
Yeah.
I have read the book, but I'm going to approach this movie clean slate.
Okay.
So we'll start from there.
I
I really enjoyed this.
can tell.
Really did. Thought it was great. Lots of fantastic tension. I feel like it did a good job of providing you setup, but still keeping you on the edge of your seat. So even though there were times that were, Pennywise isn't there, you're still tense.
Yeah.
So I feel like a main character of the movie It is the town itself.
Yes.
So, one of the characters even says, is it Ben? Ben, because he's the new guy.
Yeah.
He even says Derry hasn't. Sorry. Ben says Derry is unlike any place he's ever been in.
Ever been?
Ben.
Yes, Ben says that.
Yeah.
Ever
Did I say
been
that
in?
wrong?
No, I'm just making this. Hi.
Sorry.
Wordplay.
So,
Yeah.
Ben and thank you. And so you kind of get that from that. You see the car with the red balloon in the trailer, but there's also just the expressions of the adult actors, the actors that aren't even important to the story. The pharmacist, Eddie's mother, they're adults and they live in this town, but because they've lived in this town so long, they are affected.
Yes, I believe in my other review I also mentioned, obviously it's the same story, so it's going to have basically Pennywise' presence in Derry affects, it just kind of has, it's like almost like a bubble, because if in the story, once you leave Derry, you forget, like when the kids, they have their first encounter and they score a win and they all grow up and move out, they've all forgotten what happened because they are outside of Derry. And the one character who stays, Mike, he becomes a librarian, I believe, and he forgets some, but he remembers a lot of what happened. And then when it returns, he's the one who's, hey, we made a promise, let's take care of this. Recap the basis of the story.
Okay, so handful of friends. They're called the losers because they get picked on by various bullies.
They're very stereotyped, too. There's the girl who everyone thinks is promiscuous. There's the African American. There's the fat kid. There's the nerd. There's the Jewish kid. And back when he wrote this, this is how it was in life.
I'm sorry, Eric. I don't see stereotypes. I'm just kidding.
I'm just talking about the story.
No, yes, you are
see
correct.
Them either, but that's just how it was. I mean, they made up the Losers Club. The Magnificent Seven. Okay, sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
It is a Magnificent Seven. So the main character's little brother, Georgie, gets killed, like, first couple of minutes of the movie. And so he is grappling with that death in his family, that absence in his life throughout the whole film. And he's the one that is very inspired to figure out what's going on in Derry, and then once he realizes that it is this entity after children, he convinces his friends to go after it and kill it.
Yes, and they all have seen Pennywise. It feeds on children. It never says if it only feeds on children, but I think it feeds on their fears, so it appears as what scares them the most. So for each kid, it's something different. The book expands on this a lot more as far as the things they see. But, and I read that, the more Pennywise can scare the kid or the victim, the better they taste because their fear is more, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
So yeah, for each kid, they see something different, but they all realize something's going on, and something has been going on. The cycle of every 27 years, it wakes up to feed. And so this story, and the book has flashbacks, adult flashback to kid. This remake was strictly the kids, and you learn at the end. There's chapter 1, so there's going to probably be a chapter 2 that deals with the adults with flashbacks to the childhood. So I heard a lot of people were complaining that they didn't say anything about the adults. And it's like, did you not figure it out? There's going to be a sequel?
Yeah. I mean, I think that is a prime characteristic of any Stephen King adaptation. Several of his books are over 1,000 pages. It is no exception.
1138.
I read all that. And
you can't cram that into a 2-hour movie.
You just can't.
And I think a lot of the original also got a lot of flack because it was effectively a 3-hour movie, but they couldn't cram all this and they had to leave parts out. I mean, some parts obviously you can't put on TV and you shouldn't film.
Thank God.
Ritual Jude by the Judd.
I think it was Judd.
Anyway, so but there's some little mentions in there. There's the mention of the turtle a couple times in the new movie.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
I missed that completely.
When they're swimming in the quarry and they step on a turtle, the turtle that Bill drops when he sees Georgie, little Lego turtle that falls and snaps.
Oh my gosh.
Where have you been? Were you in the theater with me? Was I holding somebody else's hand in fear? Maybe.
I didn't put that together.
What? And you say, Okay.
I apologize.
It's okay. But my big thing, several things I've noticed is I've mentioned this to other people. If you grew up watching and you saw the original and then you came and saw this one, Bill Skarsgård said he's not going to try and do a Tim Curry Pennywise.
No,
he had to do his things. You can't be.
Yeah.
Tim Curry's amazing.
He was.
So, and he had to try and separate himself from that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did a great job.
I think so too.
But there's going to be those people who say, this is the kind of like the Sean Connery James Bond versus Roger Moore James Bond. If you grew up with one, you're going to be more, steered more towards him. But
yeah, I'll agree with that, which is why I tried to go into this like.
You did an amazing job.
No, not thinking about the book, not thinking about the original movie, like just taking this film for what it is right now, and I really enjoyed it.
Special effects. The
special effects were so good.
Do you know the eye thing that he did, where his eyes kind of went sideways?
Does he actually do that?
He can actually do that. I mean, not like obviously.
Right.
Whoa. But yeah, when he said he could do that naturally, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's cool.
But next, anything else? Sorry. It's bloodier than the
God.
TV version. It's a lot of. I mean, these kids are just cursing left and right, especially Richie. Just F, F, F.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of sex jokes were happening.
Eddie was my favorite. That
Eddie was,
adorable little boy dropped the F-bomb so many times.
He did it great, too.
He did. It was so natural.
All the kid actors are great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. I think Eddie and Richie was on point, too. I think Richie, Bill, and Eddie, to me, were the best actors.
Yeah, so again, trying my hardest not to compare, but I really wanted Mike's character to have more depth. We get hopefully chapter 2 will provide more insight into this character, but Mike is the token black friend. He's a little bit alienated because he is not only African American in a town that you get the sense don't accept African Americans. Like, he's bullied for the entire reason that he's African American.
Henry Bowers is an ass.
Right. So it's not just Henry Bowers. I think it's other people in the town because his house gets burned down. I want to say that was kind of subliminally suggested that it was burned down on purpose.
Perhaps.
And so I feel like there's a lot of potential for much more of a three-dimensional character here, but he was kind of just an addition, I felt.
Maybe the sequel will cover that more.
That's what I'm hoping. And he has such a dark story, like his parents burned alive in front of him almost.
Yeah, I don't believe that was in the book that his parents get burned.
No, in the book, his parents are very much alive. They still face racism and they live out kind of on the edge of town.
I'm not sure why they changed that.
I don't know either.
Maybe there's a reason coming up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe to accentuate the hatred of, Henry Bowers, who was the local bully, bullies all the kids and his little crew. They just are mean kids. Oh, here it comes.
Yes. So I guess that I'm getting to a broader criticism of this movie is that, okay, yeah, I accept that you can't fit everything in, but I feel like these characters are so rich that you expect them, even if this is the first experience you've had with the story of it, you expect these characters to be more three-dimensional. So Henry Bowers is more than just the town bully. He actually goes crazy, and it has an influence over him to tell or to kill the other kids because it is kind of losing its power. And I feel like that was very glossed over.
Yeah.
That he's already a bully. He's already got this vicious past because of his abusive father. He's already susceptible to evil presences.
What's that?
Oh, I think my little guy just died.
Her guy died. It's okay. You got a backup camera.
Okay, so he's already susceptible to this evil presence that wants to manipulate him, but really it's his descent
Let's push the button.
into madness That is fascinating.
And his fate is questionable because he falls. I mean, obviously, he plays a big part of the book, and I think he's going to show back up.
I mean, that's a really long well to fall down.
Well, maybe you can be hotspot.
So the movie touches on 3 disasters.
Yes.
One is the explosion of the ironworks during Easter, the fire at the night spot,
Yeah.
and then the gang, the mob gang,
In the 60s.
in like the 30s.
Yeah. But those were all during the Pennywise wakes up to feed.
Right.
So you're saying
So I'm saying that these disasters start at the beginning of Pennywise's cycle, and he's not actually feeding. He might take advantage of 1 or 2 people in the fray, but I didn't think that those were him actually feeding.
is that the code ever talked about in the book?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so then you're
So I know whether I'm right, but again, I don't want to compare
no. I
things.
I haven't read the book, so I don't know.
Okay. So anyways, again, roundabout way to get here. Ben sees in the library, because he's reading about this explosion at the ironworks during Easter, and like 79 kids are killed in the explosion.
88.
Oh, sorry, 88. And he sees like the picture of this little kid's head, which I thought was so gruesome, in a tree because it exploded up there. And then he's like, gets lured into the basement of the library, and he starts seeing like all of these smoldering eggs, which is really creepy. And then
Jack, hey buddy, look at the camera.
and then this headless little boy comes down and starts chasing around Ben Haskam.
Yeah.
And that scared the shit out of me. That was the scariest part of the movie for me. But it was so good.
All right. Hello.
So that's Jack. Jack also likes scary movies. His favorite movie is Silence of the Lambs.
Jack also likes to hump towels. All right, we're ready to rate this? Or do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I'm just trying to decide what I want to rate it.
Well, let's explain the rating system.
Okay.
1 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
1 being never watch it again. 5
Yeah,
being
please.
you loved it. Using something from the movie. Would you like me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
I will rate this. Now I'm keeping this. I really like this movie.
Okay.
I thought it was awesome. I've seen it twice. I like the original. I like this too. I'm gonna give it 4 scared Claire. And there's the picture. 4 scared Claires.
You jerk.
It was so great. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was definitely. And the worst part is my son wants to watch this movie. He saw the preview. He's like, I want to see that. I'm like, and after seeing it now, I'm like, nope.
It is very gruesome.
Language. I wouldn't let him watch just for the language and the dirty jokes. He knows about blood. He don't care about that. Sorry, Claire. What would you like to rate this movie?
I would rate it 5 Eddies covered in vomit.
Oh, 5 vomit-covered
Eddies.
Eddies.
Yeah.
You love Eddie.
I thought he was so cute. Like, I want to have an accident child and make him be little Eddie. Just foul-mouthed little hypochondriac.
Whoa. Did you hear that, Jack?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes our review of 2017's It.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And subscribe.
Subscribe. Comments below if you hated our review.
Yeah, are you a Roger Moore It or a Sean Connery It?
Whoa. Now there's going to be a graphic of Sean Connery with a wig.
No.
I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for watching.
Thanks.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.